Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a rolled collar. So for this video I already have a basic block bodice and I want the neck width of this dress to be 3.5 inches and the depth is going to be 3 inches. So for the depth I already have 3 inches, and for the width I'm trying to do some adjustments to it. So I'm just going to remove half inch because the last time it was just 3 inches, so I'll just remove half an inch and then replace the half an inch sewing allowance that is on the neck. I'm just going to cut off the part I don't need, and then the next part we are going to go to is the back bodice. I already have one too, so I'm just going to make the necessary adjustment to the neck. So 3.5 inches width, and then I'm going to be going down by 8 inches depth. So coming in with my ruler, I'm just going to rule a straight line to the 8 inches mark. Now I'm just going to rule it and stop it at the zip allowance. I'm not going to rule it all the way to the zip allowance. I'll just stop it where the zip allowance starts. Now I wanted my curve to the opening at the back to be a little bit curved, so I'm just trying to make my necessary adjustments and make it as curved as I want. So I finally got the curve I wanted using my free hand. You can use your curved ruler to do this. And after doing this, I'm going to take half an inch all the way to that zipper allowance. I'm not going to rule into the zipper allowance. I'm just going to rule at only the curved side. So just look at what I'm doing and it's pretty much easy to follow. Now the reason why I'm marking it like this is because I'm not using any lining and I'm not using any facing for the collar. I'm just sewing it directly like that without anything. But if you are using one, you can be able to mark all the way down because you will take it in while sewing. I'm going to come in with my scissors and just cut off the sides that I do not need, and we are ready to sew. Now I'm going to be using this burgundy color for the base, and then I'll be using white crepe for the collar. So now I'm going to bring out my bodice. I remember we added half an inch allowance at the shoulder. I'm going to overlay it and then put my masking tape on top just to hold it very well for me. I'm going to be measuring from the center front of the neck area to the center back, excluding the zip allowance. So just watch the way I'm doing the measurements and just follow like so. Taking my measurements, I got 15 inches from the center front to the center back. I'm going to be bringing in another clean paper and I'm going to measure 15 inches on it. Now for my collar width, I need it to be 5 inches. You can take it to 6 or 7, but I want mine to be 5 inches. So I'm going to measure 5 inches on both the up and the down parts of where I have the 15 inches. And I'm just going to rule a straight line. Now after ruling, I'm going to go out by 3 inches because the mount part is pointed. I'm just going to make a triangular line there so you can see the way the collar looks. The down part, you're going to cut it on fold, and the up part is actually the side that is going to join to the collar. So I'm just going to give half an inch for sewing allowance and I'm just going to cut it out. So when cutting your rolled collar or most of your collars, you cut it on bias so that it's going to relax on the shoulders. But I didn't have enough material to go round for mine. If you're cutting yours, you see the way I folded it, you just fold it like that and then place your rolled collar the way you're seeing me place it, and then you cut. But because I don't have enough material, I have to improvise. So I'm just going to extend mine and I'm going to cut it in two. So that means I'm going to have a joining at the middle of my collar. So at the middle of my collar, instead of it to be on fold, I'm going to have a joining there. So I'm going to add half an inch at the middle part. So the way I placed my collar is the same way you're going to place your own, and just cut. If you have enough material, you do the first triangular fold and then you fold it again and then you cut. So just watch the way I'm cutting mine. If you don't have enough fabric, this is how you are going to cut your own. It's very, very simple. So after cutting the first half, I'm going to cut the second half of the collar. So you can see the way I've placed it again. I'll just cut it the same way, and then at the middle side I'm going to add half an inch, which I'm going to use for joining. So after cutting, this is what it looks like. You can see the way my middle is. It's not full. So I'm just going to iron an interface. I will first join it, then I can iron an interface, and then when I fold it, it's just going to look like a normal collar. This is my collar piece, and this is the hairstay I'm going to be using to iron on it. I have my sleeve here. I cut it with my basic sleeve block that I already have. I have my upper bodice, and then I have that of the skirt part. So let's sew. So this is my collar. I joined it at the middle. I ironed my paper gum on it, and by the edge, the triangular side, I sewed half an inch on it. I left the top part open, so I'm just going to poke it out to the front and show you guys what it looks like. Please don't forget to iron. So that is how it looks. You see how sharp it is. Don't forget to iron. So after turning to the front, I gave it a good press. So this is the dress. You have to attach your shoulders, which I have done. I've notched my midpoint. Now I'm going to bring in my collar. The middle point is already the place I joined, so we are going to sew it to the front. So the sewing is going to be in the front. So I'm going to attach my collar at the back, and then I will sew all the way to the front in a way that when you turn your back, the collar is going to be neat at the back and not at the front. So you're going to be sewing to the front and not to the back as usual. So I'm just going to find the midpoint, and I'm going to use pins to secure the collar. I hope you understand. Sew to the front and not to the back. So I'm just going to use my pin and just pin all around. So after pinning all around, I took my clothes to the machine. As you can see, I've added my zip already, and after adding your zip, all that will be left is that half-inch allowance you gave. So you know where you're going to start sewing from. So when you finish sewing this, the zip and the collar is going to be on the same line. One is not going to be longer than the other. So I'm just going to sew all through to the other side of the collar. So after sewing down the collar, you can weave or serge the lower part and then you top stitch it, and that's all for a rolled collar. Now if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and thank you so much for watching.